Alright, welcome to Mathematics Meal. This is a special edition of Mathematics Meal because we are going to consider one of the courses in the university, that's Maths 102. And we are picking a topic from the course outline on Maths 102. And that topic is coordinate geometry 1. Now, coordinate geometry is so broad, very broad, so we are going to break it into different parts because in coordinate geometry there are so many things that we need to study, ranging from straight lines to conic section, that we look at circles, hyperbolas, parabolas, ellipses, and so on and so forth. So we have to start from the scratch. That's from the introduction of coordinate geometry. Now, from time to time, you may be expected to locate a point on a plane. Yeah, you may be expected to locate a point. For you to locate a point, there are things that you need to do. So if something is at a particular point, you need to move, in different directions in order to get to that point. And that's exactly what we do in coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry has to do with location of points on a plane. So let's move on and begin this beautiful journey on coordinate geometry. So what do we mean by coordinate geometry? We say that coordinate geometry is an aspect or branch, is an aspect or branch of mathematics, of geometry itself, that deals with location of points on a plane using ordered pair of numbers. So the aspect of mathematics that is concerned with location of points on a plane using ordered pair of numbers, that's the aspect of mathematics or aspect of geometry we refer to as what? Coordinate geometry. Now there are keywords there that we must talk about. We have to talk about a plane because we mentioned plane, and then we also have to look at this ordered pair of numbers, what we actually mean by ordered pair of numbers. Now a plane consists of two axes, which we usually refer to as the x-axis and the y-axis. So a plane consists of two axes. What are these two axes? Namely, we have the y-axis and the x-axis. That's the common term we usually use. The y-axis is usually the vertical axis, while the x-axis is the what? The horizontal axis. So we have y-axis, the vertical axis is the y-axis, x-axis is the horizontal. It's the horizontal axis. Alright, so we have the vertical axis and the horizontal axis. The y-axis is the vertical axis, while the horizontal axis is the what? Is the x-axis. Now these two axes we usually meet at the origin. So the point of intersection of these two axes is the what? The origin of the plane. Alright, now the x-axis, we have a coordinate known as the s-coordinate, or we refer to it as the what? As the abscissa. Then the y-axis is the ordinate. So the coordinate of the vertical axis is the ordinate. Remember, the vertical axis is the y-axis, while the coordinate of the horizontal axis is the abscissa. So we have that the coordinate. So the coordinates again. The coordinates. Let's write this properly. The coordinates of the vertical axis is the ordinate, while the coordinate on the horizontal axis is the what? The abscissa. The abscissa. So the point of intersection of the two axes, the point of intersection of the two axes is the origin. The origin. So if we have this is the vertical axis and this is the horizontal axis. So that's the x-axis, that's the y-axis. So values here are the ordinates, that's the coordinates here are the ordinates. Why here we have the what? The abscissa. Yes. So if we want to locate a point at anywhere on this plane now, we need the value of x and we also need the value of what? Y. So to locate a point here, we must know the value of x and the value of y. So if we return to our definition, we say that this location of points on a plane, we use ordered pair of numbers. So there will be a value of x and a corresponding value of what? Y, in order to locate a point. Let's take, for example, I have a point A. If I want to locate A starting from the origin, I will either move like this and get to this point, and then I will move horizontally, or I will move horizontally that way, getting to this point, I will now move vertically. So you see, there will be a horizontal movement and a vertical movement. That means there will be a value of x and a value of what? Y. So the value must be a pair for us to locate a point. So this pair, this ordered pair, is what we call coordinates. So the ordered pair, this is the origin. Remember, we said the point of intersection of this is the origin. So the ordered pair of numbers is known as the coordinates. It is written as the value of s first, followed by the value of y. So in coordinates, the value of x is written first, then followed by the value of y. So the value of the abscissa first before the value of the ordinate, that's the coordinate on the vertical axis. Now, if we move on a little, let's just say in the coordinates, in this coordinate -3 and 5, -3 is the value of x, y, 5 is the value of y. So in writing coordinates, in representing coordinates, the abscissa will be written first before the what? The ordinates. Alright, that's all for now, because we want to take it bit by bit. When we return, we are going to consider another aspect of coordinate geometry. We're going to look at distance between 2 points on a straight line. That's the next thing we're going to look at. don't go too far. Continue to enjoy mathematics meal. Remember, a meal a day is very important because it will drive away mathematical foolishness from people. Don't mind me. Continue to enjoy our class. Thank you, and God bless you.